recommend I can, being born on the 29th of February. I was born 29th of February 48. I was 68 this year, but I'm only 17, so I watched the family now in their 30s grow older than me for years. Now they're all having families. I'm waiting for my 4-year-old grandchildren to catch me up. In 17 years, but I'll be 21. But, well, you won't be 21, will you? 17, will you? Oh, I don't know. It's a bit of a problem. I won't be 18 for 4 years, so no bubble voting till 2020. You're as old as you look, aren't you? If you look in the mirror, I'm constantly amazed by these programs where they're sort of showing you people's wrinkles vanishing. And I'm seriously taken by some of these things. I think it's quite a good idea, because I know that you ladies like to spend a small fortune on halting the aging process. And halting the aging process means you buy lots of cream. Well, I mean, I've got lots of creams in my bathroom. I don't think I've halted the aging process. I think because inside you're the age that you think you are, because your body's aging slowly but surely. In fact, yesterday I had a terrible day. I thought to myself, I went through a terrible sort of, I thought the inside of me was just falling apart. I did watch the WWE World Wrestling. This is Hulk Hogan, who somebody had a video of him making love to a woman who was his best friend's wife. Anyway, for some reason, and I can't remember the intricacies because it was an American trial and it's got nothing to do with us, it gets up on the internet and he sues the company. And he wins over $100 million for an invasion of privacy. As indeed you'll over here, which you probably get 20 quid or something, but over in America they go mental for it. So it's a case of $117 million. And then they said in court today, we're going to award you another $25 million. And you think to yourself, good grief, somebody had filmed me, I tell you. I was always annoyed that my phone never got hacked. Some of these people made us what didn't Paul Gascoigne get about £189,000 for phone hacking? It's all sort. I always say to myself, I don't actually see anything in the matter with that. I thought that's how newspapers manage to get all their information. LBC News Time. It's 6:15 with the latest headlines for you this morning. Ellen and Oaks.
The 5 leading candidates in the race to be Mayor of London go head-to-head on LBC this morning in the first broadcast debate of the official election campaign. The Chancellor will face MPs later for the first time since dropping cuts to disability benefits outlined in his budget. The head of the National Crime Agency says the police should prioritise current cases of sex abuse after an investigation into a VIP paedophile ring was dropped. This is LBC.
From the LBC Travel Centre, good morning, I'm Chris Gold. Let's start with the tubes then. Minor delays on the Central Line now because of a power issue. No problems on the mainline trains, but if you are flying to France today, still some delays and cancellations after the strike by the French air traffic control staff. Finished at 5 this morning. The advice is to still check with your individual airline before you set off the airport. From the roads, it's slow the M25 clockwise at junction 24 for Potters Bar. In Bush Hill Park, Village Road still blocked in both directions at Church Street, and on the North Circular Road it's slow westbound from Staples Corner towards Neaston.
This is LBC London.
Hey, terms and conditions, man. You seem a little stressed.
I am. My motor is due its MOT and it needs new tyres, bulbs and wipers and all sorts of other terms and conditions apply.
Have a peek on eBay. You'll definitely be able to find the right part for your motor. What they don't have isn't worth having. Hey, there's a bargain too.
Really? Is it participating stores only?
It's on the web. It means you can chill out. You do come across as a bit uptight.
Okay, great. Please remember that all parts of my motor are non-enclosed within my vehicle and mine, and I reserve all rights.
Alright.
Whatever you need for your MOT, you'll always find the right part on eBay. Visit eBay today.
Terms and conditions apply.
No, they don't.
Hi, mate. You're like, oh yeah, hello, mate. Look, I can't really talk now. I'm just having a new one to put in. I'll pay your club seat back in that hole. Well, actually, I got £400 for it in British Gas. Oh, 400 quid? Yeah. That's more than I got from the old car.
Do you know boilers more valuable than you might think? When you buy a new boiler from British Gas before the 31st of March, we'll give you a £400 trade-in. Just visit britishgas.co.uk or call 0800 754 754. Conditions apply.
On a travel pack tailor-made holiday, you get to see the very best of the world. Tour the famous Route 66, the spectacular Canadian Rockies. Experience the magic and history of India, the wilds of Africa, or the exotic Far East. Start your journey with Travel Pack. For amazing prices on your tailor-made holiday of a lifetime, call Travel Pack today on 0208 903 9999 or visit travelpack.com. Atoll protected.
You've seen it in the press and on the news. The proposed PPI deadline. Could this be the end of the whole PPI mis-selling scandal? Is time running out for you to get your money back? For the last 5 years, Direct Redress have fought for their customers across the UK. redress. Experts in financial claims.
Time for a new 16-plate van. Time for a Mercedes-Benz Citan, Vito or Sprinter. How about 0% APR and a service plan for just £10 a month across the whole model range? There's never been a better time than this March to drive away with a new 16-plate Mercedes-Benz van. Clock's ticking. Find out more at mbvans.co.uk. Business users only, hire purchase only, maximum term 36 months, minimum deposit 20%, VAT at 20% applies. Credit approvals by 31st of March 2016. Mercedes-Benz Finance.
Warning. The following message contains content of a violent and sexual nature. You wouldn't expect that in a radio commercial. But you wouldn't expect it in a school either. Worldwide, an estimated 150 million girls have experienced sexual violence. Much of it happens in schools. By sponsoring a girl through Plan International, you can help ensure that school is a place where girls can build their futures in safety. Please text SAFETY to 70111 to find out how you can sponsor a girl today. Thank you. Standard text rates apply.
Whatever you're looking for, call 118434. Calls cost £3.99 plus £1.39 per minute in addition to your network's access charge.
Steve Allen on LBC. Text 84850.
It's Tuesday, the 22nd of March. It's 6:20. Honestly, I love that shirt. It's very nice. I'm not sure about the trainers. I can't do. Oh, does it? Oh, right. I can't do trainers. I'm the wrong age. I'm the other side of 40. Love you. Bye. It's cleaner. It's in every sort of just to make sure we're all right. No, today, I mean, it doesn't make any difference to you listening to the programme. It will sound as perfect as it always does at the end. But two things, very quickly. First of all, there is no podcast for today. No free podcast. There will be the programme available to be podcasted, but there's no free podcast for today. The reason being, we've got the mayoral debate, and so that's why. Okay, that's good. How many people did Pete get at his concert after all said Sue? Well, the whole of the top area was all closed off. The whole of the top area was all closed off. It looked okay. I was just amazed at how many people, this is Peter Andre at the O2, were filming it on their phones. I thought they were holding candles until my producer Chris said, no, they're not allowed to because of health and safety. It was years ago they used to do it at all the Rocky Horror shows, if you remember. And they used to hold their lighters up in the air. Now they hold their phones up and they film a concert. I don't know why. Why don't they just buy the DVD of it when it comes out? Steve, Brick Lane is closed at the junction with Quaker Street. 2 fire engines there. I shall pass it on to the travel desk. And Steve, people flocking to a building. Charlotte Combs in celebration of somebody who didn't exist. A bit like a church then. Why would it be like a church? Why would it be like a church? Jesus certainly existed, as you know. So why on earth would that be? Why would that be? Why would that be? Unless, of course, you're an atheist. I quite appreciate the fact that some people are atheists in this day and age. Steve, the type 2 diabetes diet is on YouTube. It's based on globules of fat in the blood blocking the insulin cells in the pancreas. Yeah, so there's fat in ordinary bread. There's fat in everything. There's fat in everything. And as I say, to be honest with you, I'm not a diet kind of person. I know that sounds awful, doesn't it, really, to say I'm not a diet person, but I just don't do diets. It's as simple as that. I don't believe that they work. Steve, music festivals ruin parks. Top right. We moved to a beautiful little place overlooking Priory Gardens in Orpington. Beautiful retirement spot. Now they have a few events each summer. Vans start arriving from 6 a.m. Shouting, banging, generators, fumes, spewing less than 50 yards from our windows. And they still get in. My husband has a lung condition. It's always unwell afterwards. They never finish on time. Fireworks and it's Okay. Somebody says Murray Walker used to walk the Jeep. No, he didn't. I'm so sorry. He used to sit in front of a television screen and do it. Thank you for proving right yet again. Very nostalgic this morning, Stephen. Very nostalgic. And here we go. This study is correct. I'm the Kingston dietitian. Work with diabetics privately. And she says 3 shakes a day is a nightmare for most people trying to live a normal life. You get the same results with real food. Yes, so I'm worried at the moment they said that it was 3 shakes a day. I'm thinking, are these going to be made by a company? That's what worries me. They're going to be made by a company, and it's going to be ending up being very expensive. And for a lot of diabetics, the reason that your medicine is free, as you all know, and you get everything free from your insulin to your Sharpie box to your needles to just about everything in the metformin, is because you need the medicine, and a lot of people can't afford to buy the medicine. If you were buying it, on a weekly or a monthly basis, it would be very expensive. So diabetics get their medicine for free. I'm also delighted to say that a tablet that they developed for prostate cancer, which they weren't going to give to people because it worked out about £3,000 a month, I think, they managed to get the price down with the manufacturer, so they're now going to be giving that out. So there is good news for those people who thought that they weren't going to be getting their medication for prostate cancer. This is in between the chemo and all the other things. So that's why, for diabetics, they're always coming up with something, always. But ask any diabetic, they will always tell you if they think they're going to be ill, or they know they're ill, or their numbers are up, or their numbers are down, or anything like that. It's always very, very difficult. So the earliest car registration plate, we didn't quite get round to that this morning, but it was worth £270,000. Because people like these early plates. I think it was S7 or something like that. The doctor who romped with the call girl on the night shift has managed to keep his job. He's on a 10-month suspension, but then he can go back to his job. Apparently that's quite normal. They don't mind prostitutes going in there just for a long, you don't have to go back to work for about 10 months. I like the idea of the Scylla statue outside where the cavern would have been. Of course, it's not. Can you imagine if it was the original cavern? I mean, God, that would have been the best place ever. We could have just glassed it all over and shown people what it looked like. The Met chief, in all the papers today, urged to quit as the police now scrap this £1.8 million child sex probe over some person say so that he saw children being murdered. It turned out he saw no such thing. He saw no such thing at all, and he was just a fantasist. But unfortunately, in the meantime, and it's mainly all the people who are dead, isn't it, that they start saying, oh, I saw this person do that and that person do that. And so these persons' names get besmirched by the newspapers who put them in there. I want to know who the person is who's making these allegations. That would be far more entertaining, as far as I was concerned. Let's find out who this person is. I mean, who is he? Who is he? Why is he making these sort of